Hello ladies and gentlemen, An Idiot Imports is sponsored by PlayAsia, who most likely supplied this game to me unless I specifically mentioned that they didn't. You can follow the affiliate link in the description to buy this game from PlayAsia to support me and my channel, and you can use the coupon code BLUEVITA to save $3 off your order. Thanks for your support, enjoy the show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out To Love Ru, Battle Ecstasy. Why did you pick this one? Honestly, why in God's name did you pick this one? I did a vote back on my Morero Chronicle video, which is literally, I have 7 or so games in my backlog, please pick the order in which I do them, and this got the overwhelming win. So, hopefully this will be the best game in the universe. Might as well just hit the load game button. So I've got 2 save games here. The one on the bottom was me just checking out the hard mode real quick, because there's only 2 difficulties. Actually, there's a 3rd one, but you don't have it from the beginning. I assume it's when you beat the game. So let's go and load into this game. But as you can see, I've got 2 hours, 10 minutes into it. That is actually a lie. If I were to put together the 20 minutes I apparently lost, despite the fact that I quit the game after beating a boss, seeing a 5-minute long cutscene, and going back to the main hub, it would probably be closer to 2.5 hours, and if I was to put all the cutscenes that I skipped in, it would probably be closer to 3 hours, but oh well, let's go have a look anyway. At least this gives me a decent opportunity to show off a cutscene that I've seen already, and a couple of other things. Because this is one of those games. It is a booby game. It is a backside game. It is a game where literally you can spawn in next to a blue-haired girl wearing some kind of short skirt and you have a really angry look on your face for some reason. No, I cannot figure out why he looks so angry all the flippin' time. Especially when you can do this. That was convenient. I didn't even have to go looking around for someone to talk to. So the whole plot of the game, I don't even know if there's actually a plot. I mean, there is a little bit of a plot. Oh, no voice acting this time? Okay, guess not. So, there is a plot. Oh, there is voice acting, but apparently... Oh yeah, square is auto, okay. There is a plot to this. It's literally... You get dizzy one day, and your friends end up in a really weird dungeon, and you have to go, more or less, rescue them. I rescued a few of them. And... well, let me just put it this way. It gets a little weird. Now, if you were like me and not actually playing the game with knowledge of the story, this is how I thought of it. You're a guy who's a serial molester and you're looking for girls to molest, and apparently every girl you come across has a molestation fetish. Allow me to show you why. This happens every time. This is so strange. Like, it just comes out of nowhere every single bloody time. Every time you talk to a girl in this little house of yours, this happens. You literally just go through and you have to molest them. You just touch them all over the place. It's surprisingly easy and extremely dull, because all you need to do for this section is, until the time runs out up the top there, is tap the hearts. As soon as the little things going around the outside of them reach the bottom. Do it enough, you get to the second step. And the second step is literally just pay attention to what that thing is in the bottom right there. And follow the rhythm. Except you can't even really tell what the rhythm is because, well, the game's not very open about it. But basically there is a rhythm to this. Like, you gotta do it at a specific speed, and if you don't, you will miss constantly. And you just kind of left to figure it out. You can apparently equip different things as well, but it doesn't really make a difference. And by things, I probably mean molestation tools, because that's basically all this is. That is seriously all this is. It's just... this happens every single time you talk to a girl with a love heart above their head. You just go and molest them. This does apparently unlock some kind of super spell that you can use in the middle of the game's combat, but other than that, fuck all. Like, I guess you're just here for the fan service, but it's just kind of out of nowhere, really weird fan service. I just unlocked a couple of costumes, I'm willing to bet. We're going to do all our menu diving before we go hop in, because it's a relatively long level that we're about to fall into. Just wait for the bloody game to load again. So yeah, you can wander around the house, and there are different rooms you can go into, and they'll all have girls in them, but this house serves absolutely no purpose otherwise. Yes, you can go molest a person in the laundry. There's also a toilet there. I assume someone's going to get molested in there at some point, which... I know, that's basically all the justification I've got, because I've never seen the bloody series. But anyway, options menu. Not that much to see here. These are your inverts. These are your sound levels. I don't even know what this... Oh yeah, this is individual sound levels for all the girls you meet in the game. These three options down here, I don't know what they all do, but one turns off health bars and one turns off your minimap. I'm not entirely sure what this one does. And I'm also not sure what this does, but it doesn't really seem to be relevant. These are all your tutorials. You only get 9 of them. And this is reset all your settings, I believe. This one here just lets you go and see cutscenes you've seen before. CG, which I assume is from the anime. Yes, really. But it's also horrendously low resolution. Like, you can very easily see how pixelated it is. And there are some that are even worse about this. Like you can see just on the tentacles, just how pixelated they get. And they actually zoom in on all the CG as well, which is really weird. Because it just gets even more pixelated. And of course you can listen to the background music, and I don't even know what that is. It's very hard to translate what the menu actually says in this game. Google Translate just hates it, no matter if I invert the colors or not. Come to this one here, and it basically just lets you change the clothes of the heroines. So that they can look like more or less whatever you want. Bath towel, different color. You get the general idea. Everybody gets access to every outfit, which is nice. They went to the effort of that. So we can come to our weapon screen here. And the weapon screen is pretty simple. You've got all your weapons, and you can craft them, and you can also upgrade them. So this right now here, this weapon that I've got highlighted is my current syringe gun. If I press square on that, I can see the resources I need to upgrade it. Obviously, I can't upgrade it because I don't have the resources. And if you press square on something that just question marks, you can craft a new weapon out of it. And I assume that's just going to be another type of gun. Yeah, it's a rainbow syringe. I'm just going to hold on to the one that I've already got, because the gun I've got is absurdly overpowered right now. You can see all your weapons you can get throughout the game, and it just seems weird that they're all listed here, because it just kind of outlines everything you need to do. If you head over to the second tab, you can see all the resources you've already got, and if you head over to the third tab, you can select your girl who has your special spell. However, I've had absolutely massive amounts of trouble getting this to work, to the point where I actually haven't been able to see it in-game, so I'll give it a shot in this video, but no guarantees. Oh, and also you level up, and if you press triangle on a weapon, you can see its moveset, but until you get to that specific level that's listed on the weapon, you're not going to be able to use all the abilities that a weapon has, which is kind of unfortunate, because it means that you're stuck with really boring chains until you actually get to a high level. Thankfully, leveling up in this game is relatively quick if you bother to go around and do all the side missions, so might as well go hop into one of said missions. So the way this game works is that it's basically just a dungeon crawl. At the end of each dungeon level, sometimes you'll face a boss, sometimes you'll just go straight up, and there are also multiple special missions you can do, and you'll get ranked on them. So for example, I currently have the ranking of Arse, which, to be fair, fits me perfectly. And you can see where all the special missions are right off the bat, and there are some that you don't actually get access to at all until after you've beaten the level the first time, which is actually kind of annoying. So we're just going to hop straight into this level, because it's a big level and it'll be great for demonstration. Loading times aren't horrific, but the stages themselves are actually pretty short if you're speedrunning it, so thankfully we're not going to be speedrunning it. We're going to be going around and seeing how much we can actually get done. Anytime the snoring dog... The snoring dog actually hasn't showed up in the game yet, so there you go. But thankfully I should have access to all my attacks. So the game itself is actually pretty simple. I'm very angry. Blocking does nothing, don't even bother. L is your lock-on button. You can swap what weapon you've got equipped with the D-pad. You can also change the camera angle with the D-pad, but I don't know why you'd bother to do that. We'll wait until we actually get into combat to explore the rest of the controls. which shouldn't be too long, because the game has this neat... Yep, there we go. So, here are the controls. You can press X and X again to jump and double jump. Square is your main attack. Whoop. Circle is a dodge. And that's basically it. You do have a triangle button which you can use for more powerful attacks. And the game has this weird sort of action queuing where if you do a dodge, you don't automatically start another chain. You follow one from the same point in the chain. So if you want to... Like, the most useful attack that this... Whoops, that's a teleporter. The most useful attack this gun has is pressing triangle and does a bunch of things out like that. But if you, say, do square, square, and then dodge, it won't actually do that attack. So, yeah, be wary of that one. You do have a special attack and a girl attack. I'll try and show these off. So these missions work very simply. The idea is you go up to a mission and you do it. Simple, really. You just say, hey, I want to do this, and you'll do this. This is a mission where I have to get through without getting hurt, so it's actually kind of difficult in a small enclosed space like this, which means I should probably move out to about here. Dodge out of the way of that. There are a lot of enemies in this tiny-ass hallway, so I have to be kind of careful about how I go about this. Most of the missions are very simple, though. They're very easy to figure out. It's literally just... For the most part, anyway, it's literally just kill these enemies or get this combo. Amount of combos. You can see how many combos you'll get on the left side. Here's a little cutscene for you. I'm going to shut up for this one, because it's probably got more than 2 voice actors.
やっぱりモンスターが手強くなってる気がするな。トラブルクエスト2のバグのせいです。攻撃力や防御力の数値が勝手に書き換えられているんですよ。小手側はどこだ？転送座標をトレースしたので、間違いなくこの辺りにいるはずなのですが。誰か助けて！リトさん、今何か声が聞こえませんでしたか？小手側か？離して！やっぱり小手側だ。待ってろ、今行くぞ。待ってください、リトさん。もっと慎重に行動すべきです。そんなことを言ってる場合じゃないだろう。小手側が助けを求めてるんだぞ。なんと言われようと俺は行くぞ。モモはここで待っていてくれ。リトさん、リトさんってば。まさか本当に行ってしまうなんて。
Alright, I'll just skip the rest of this. There is another cutscene we can watch later on with another voice actor. Whoop, never mind. That is actually the cutscene I was thinking of. But yeah, you get the general idea, very basic anime stuff. I'm pretty sure it's the people from the actual anime that this was based off. So, what have you? I don't actually get to fight this lady right away, if I remember this stage correctly. Nope, I just have to fight this giant boar, which is actually really simple, because I can just stand there and press the triangle button and I win. This gun weapon is horrendously overpowered. We are actually going to have to fight the other lady. So, we'll have another cutscene. Jesus, I wish I remembered that was as long a cutscene as it was, but yeah. Come on, game, load up. Now the loading times are starting to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Alright. Let's do this again, shall we? I'll swap to the gauntlets for this one. Even though my gun weapon is exceedingly powerful. So the combat in this game really is basic. The different weapons do have different movesets. But the problem is, though, there are certain different kinds of weapons. They all have, like, very similar attacks. That's kind of the problem, really. Allow me to show you a special attack, just while I'm here. You activate that by pressing triangle and circle. However, most of these attacks are actually useless because enemies do tend to have iframes from time to time, and if you set off an attack before they go into an iframe sort of move, they will just dodge the attack completely despite being right in its way. It's kind of annoying. The problem with this game's melee combat, well, there's two problems with this game's melee combat. The first is that it's entirely too simple because the majority of the attacks you'll be doing are just hammering the square button, because most of your power attacks aren't actually that useful in the grand scheme of things. It's not like Dynasty Warriors where swapping into triangle and square attacks are particularly simple, and it's not like Samurai Warriors where triangle attacks are more useful for taking out bastards like, what's the word? It's more useful taking out bastards like Brain, work with me. Taking out bastards like the crowd control attacks. I'm just trying to figure out where my next missions are. Right, I have to back out to this way. They're just kind of hard to execute, and they're not really that useful. You might as well just hammer the square button. The second problem with this game's combat is that it's insultingly easy. The only time it gets even remotely difficult is when you start fighting one of the boss characters, because they have the annoying ability to knock you out of your square combo and just send you away. So the best thing to do is to either use a ranged weapon, which is probably what you're going to be using in the first place, or to do a very basic combo. So for example, say I swap to these, like just do 2 punches, run away. 2 punches, run away. Or just, in this case, just 1 punch and then run away. 1 punch and then run away. And that will take out literally everybody in the game. I did say there was a hard difficulty, and I did go and check it for the purpose of talking about it in this game. And that, the hard mode, literally just makes enemies stronger. It might also make them slightly more aggressive, but seriously. I played the first stage, and not only does it look almost identical to this one, by the way, but it felt almost no different whatsoever. So, yeah, the game's melee combat is a bit of a bore. It doesn't really do anything that's particularly interesting. At least it keeps a good clip going. Like, it will remain at a pretty steady frame rate throughout from what I've been able to tell. But it's insultingly easy, it's rather dull, and it just doesn't really do anything that's even remotely special, i.e. it's an anime spin-off game. That's basically all they do here. I'd show you the other weapons, but they really are just as basic as this one. A couple of strong attacks, mainly a light chain, which is what you'll be using throughout the most of it, and that's pretty much it, more or less. Really, you just find something that's ranged and just stay the hell away and just fire away. Like, seriously. This gun is ridiculously overpowered. Like, I have stronger weapons, but this thing just wrecks everything because I haven't run into anything that's particularly ranged and dangerous yet. Cutscene time. Yes, I actually do remember this part of the stage because I had to go wandering around looking for this one. I'm just gonna wait for the other person to show up. Okay, now I'll order it.
よかった無事だったんだなそれ以上私に近づくなユキリトなんだ小手川さんがリトさんを攻撃したこれは一体小手川俺はお前を助けに来たんだぞどうしちまったんだよユキリトは敵風紀員として許せないハレンチな敵どこか様子がおかしいですね小手川さん、私の声が聞こえますか小手川さんユキリトには風紀委員として罰を与えなきゃそれが私の使命だものダメですどうやら私の呼びかけは耳に入っていないようです間違いなくトランス状態に陥っていますねトランス状態一体誰がそんなことをおそらくデータのバグでしょうモモさんいつもユウキくんとイチャイチャして小手川さん風紀委員としてあなたに罰を与えます
I heard the word Batsu, which probably means oh dear. Yep, there's the goddamn thing again, and it's so pixelated. Like, it looks horrible blown up on this screen, but it doesn't look great on the Vita either. It really does look bad. Also, I'm not entirely sure why she's groping her, but we'll be groping her right back in a minute.
何ですかこの大きな胸は。高速違反ですよ。
Yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna skip the rest of this. Yeah, the cutscenes in this game can get a bit long. Could you not tell? And seems almost unnecessarily so. But then again, this is an anime game. It is the bare bones, basic anime game that doesn't really do that much to actually be that good. So, you know, I don't really expect anything else. Shame, really. But yeah, boss fight time! So I might as well lock onto her. So yeah, boss fights in this game are pretty simple. They just throw out an attack and you get hurt. Thankfully, the game's game over system is actually really generous to the point where it'll just let you continue after you lose without any sort of penalty whatsoever. What doesn't work in this game is the saving system. I've actually beaten this boss already, groped her, and gotten off this floor, and the game did an autosave. And when I went back to the main menu to get ready to record this video, it took like 20 minutes worth of gameplay off me. Also, watch this. No, hang on. Did you see how much damage that did? Like, seriously, this gun is so OP for no particular reason. Also, ow, I just got bitch slapped. But yeah. I will play with a couple of other weapons in another boss fight just to make this video at least like half an hour, but there is nothing recommendable about this game at all unless you're a massive fan of this series, and even then, the combat is really bare bones and boring. They didn't even do that good of a job with the CG because it looks really low quality, and let's see if I can actually do the girl attack. Yes. Apparently I can. It was also quite shit, so just show me those jiggly jigglies again, shall you. Yep, knocked her flat on her ass. And we get to grope her. Because of course we do. Like, what else? What else? This never changes. Like, I've been playing this for 2.5 hours and this does not change. And I went and looked it up on Play Asia looking for what the story was, which was literally just, girls get trapped in a dungeon, go grope them. And the reviews there say exactly the same bloody thing. This is all that it is for the entirety of the game, which is apparently only about 15 hours, and considering that I'm about 3 hours in, like, counting the fact that I've been skipping the cutscenes and all that, it seems really bad. There are way better beat-em-ups than this. Like, even when I was playing, like, at least when I was playing, like, Senran and Kagura, that at least had a good game on top of it to justify the fact that there was boobs. Boobs and tits and ass. Life in hometown. This game isn't good enough to warrant it. Not even close. Right, I have to do this in the rhythm, because as you saw there, I just tried to get to the very end, but it just didn't work. There, we're done. Like, seriously, it's that easy. That's how it works every single bloody time. And it's not fun. It's not even as engaging as other games. Like, Criminal Girls 2 is more engaging than that. Senran Kagura is more engaging than that. It's just really dull. It's horrendously dull. More CG that I just skipped, but it's not like it matters. Really long cutscene here, but again, I don't really care just because it's so dull and uninteresting. See, there's the autosave. Why wasn't that there before? Is that even the autosave? I can't even tell. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't know why they've done it like this. Anyway, I'm gonna go swap weapons. What can I swap to? Okay, giant dildo. Why not? And was it this one? No, I think that's. That's a frying pan. Alright, whatever. So if I go down here to this menu option, which is there for seemingly no reason, I can just go hop onto this teleporter, and this will actually let me fight another one of the girls. But I don't even know why you would, because seriously. Once you know how to export, I was gonna say export there for a second, but that's not the right word. Exploit this menu system. Not this menu system, this melee system, fuck! Once you know how to exploit this melee system, there's really nothing for it. Just hit her, dodge, hit her, dodge, and just do that until the end of freaking time. Also, I can call her out against her, which is a little bit existential crisis-y, but nothing particularly out of the ordinary. But yeah, you can see how the weapon... It's not a dildo, it's a giant hot dog without the bun on it. Okay. It's a shame, because it looks decent, but they recycle environments and enemies like crazy, and it just gets really visually boring after the first hour or so. And I mean, the sound is nothing to write home. What? Okay, that's new. I haven't actually done this before, so... Oh. That didn't happen the last time I fought this lady, so... Okay, whatever. I was not expecting that. See what I mean when I say this is basically just a molester going out molesting girls who also happen to have molestation fetishes? That's basically what this game feels like, and it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. I don't even know this series, and to be fair, I do know this series, but only via the series of GIFs that I've seen, which has, like, tail sucking and other ridiculous garbage like that. So, to be fair, if we're talking about it like that, this game meets all expectations. So, whatever. If that's what you want, go right ahead. If you want a really boring touch minigame that has them flopping around like the fishes they seem to be based on, whatever. But the melee combat is boring, and just this whole thing seems entirely pointless. At least to me, anyway. I'm obviously getting the rhythm wrong. You can't actually tell what the rhythm is just by looking or listening to the music or whatever. You actually have to do it via experimentation. So, the best thing to do if you fall off the rhythm is literally to just stop for a few seconds, because I don't think this mode actually has a time limit on it, so... Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. This game's crap. I would not recommend this in any way, shape, or form, especially since of how much it cost for me to get originally, and how much it still costs to get. It is really not worth your time in any sense, unless you are a massive fan of this series who can read Japanese. That's it. And even then, I'm not entirely sure how satisfied you will be. He's very angry. Probably because he's not molesting a girl right at this very moment. Like, did you see his face when he fell into that poor lady's crotch? That was the only time I've ever seen him not angry. So, if that doesn't tell you everything about this guy, I don't know what will. Oh god, alright, you know what? I have to see this. Because this is the toilet. What exactly would she be doing in here? No, this is not. It's just... So I just skipped that entire cutscene, because of course I did. And we're onto the molestation again. Yep. Literally molesting a girl in a toilet. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I'm just going to make it fail, because I do not care in the slightest. Like, seriously, you have to actively attempt to fail this game to fail it. I do not care. This game is crap, and I would not recommend it to anybody. Why on earth did you all put this at the top of the poll? I don't even know. I mean, there was only 16 votes. Like, see, look at that. It didn't even fail it. It's just like, okay, you don't get as much heart meter to start out with. That's... I don't even know, dude. literally molesting a girl in the toilet right now. Just think about that. Just think about that. Like, I don't even know what this little microphone thing means. I should have translated it, but apparently oh yeah, it is actually the microphone. Who would have thought? I wasn't able to translate it because, of course, this game is really bad on the translator, as I said before. So, I'm gonna swap whatever the hell I'm using. Oh, it's a fish. Apparently I'm covering her up with fish. What's another thing I can use? Oh, we're back to the microphone again. I might as well talk as loudly as I can, but apparently the game doesn't like it for whatever reason. I don't even know. Yeah. What? I don't even know. If anyone wants to translate what the fuck just happened, please don't. That's all I can say, please don't. What an absolute waste of decent developer talent. Now I kind of regret getting bloody Yuki Yuno as a hero, because the same people made this one. Yeah, I don't even know. Alright, this has been Blue Maxima. Do not buy this. Please don't. Buy something else. Buy anything else. Like, seriously, if you need a decent beat 'em up, go play, like, Musu Stars or something. That's miles ahead of this, even with its performance problems and stuff. It's just, I'll see you all next time.